Working? It is working. This will be an interesting game. Anyone else's Nesson app like terrible? I swear to God, it just never works. Ever. Crazy. Versatility not here tonight, but thank you for coming by, Versatility. Detroit, thank you so much for being here. Joseph, how are you? Jackson, unknown, Nerf. Mr. Bob Dylan, how are you? My moderator, Clip, my moderator, Braji Jackson, Mr. Money, Mike, Madness, CW, Christian, 70, Colin. What up, Ethan? What up, Bobby? Listen, chat. We may be down. Hold on. We may be down, chat. We may be down. Red Sox Nation may be sitting there right now and they may be saying to themselves, Corbin, hope is lost. You know, injuries, they happen too early. The depth on this team, it just isn't what it should be. We're facing the top three number prospects of the last 3 years. You know what I have to say? It's not over. It's not over. We're 11 games into the season, 12 tonight. There's still a whole lot of baseball left. A whole lot of different things could happen. And I'm not giving up yet, chat, and I hope you aren't either. I cursed us? Yeah, maybe I did. I don't know. Wonder Pavetta need Tommy John surgery. He already had an MRI, and it was negative. So, no, he won't need Tommy John surgery, at least not right now. So, no, he won't need Tommy John. Why did tonight have to be Jackson Holliday's first game? I don't know. I think you gave up 3 days ago when the Red Sox won against the Angels. That's weird, dude. I'm pretty sure Breslow said he'll be back pretty soon. Yeah. Still a lot of baseball left to play, ladies and gentlemen. What time's the game? It's in about 4 minutes. What's up, Jesta? Yeah, Sedon's mic'd up for the game, which would be kind of cool. Let me change this, clearly. Also, for those of you who won a giveaway and it was a card and you haven't received it yet, that's because it took a long time for him to get to me. I'm sending them out this week, so you should be getting your cards pretty soon. Is that how you spell Orioles? Yeah. That looks right. Yeah, it was wild yesterday. Being there in person, man, was crazy. Game obviously wasn't, but game obviously did not go the Red Sox way yesterday. Both of me and my joke. I didn't know there were two of me, Russell. How's life? It's good, man. It's good. Sorry I'm a little late today, chat. I was working out. I got distracted. What's going on, Warrior? Let's hope for a Red Sox win. Man, I hope so. Francona's tribute. I don't know. No, Francona was it? Oh, yeah, Francona's still alive. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. Oh, the video he narrated? Yeah. O'Neal home run again tonight. I mean, he is facing a lefty. Tyler O'Neill is hot. He's real hot. I think Bayo pitched well in the first game versus the Orioles, just a victim of yeah. And that's going to be the problem this entire... If they don't figure it out and figure it out now, that's going to be the problem for the entire season. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be, it's literally, it's going to be, the pitching wasn't bad. They just got bit by errors. If that happens, oh boy. Who's pitching Friday? Today's cutter, Tanner Houck. He's pitching Friday. Why say Don isn't our starting shortstop for now isn't beyond me? I don't know. That wasn't meant for me. Okay. I was like, wow, if people thought there were two of me, man. Did my girlfriend get Costas' autograph? Nah, just a picture. Just a picture. Yeah, he did, but he did a Q&A, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Christian, yesterday was rough. And the thing with yesterday is wild too. Like, we go in today and she was I'll answer that a second, Jackson. We come into today and we're like, man, it feels like, it really does. It feels like the Red Sox are 2-9. It really feels that bad right now. But they're not, right? They're not. The Red Sox right now, they got two options right now. I'll tell you this right now. The Red Sox have two options. They can either sit there and say, oh, man, Story's injured, out for the year. He was our leader. He was our captain. Pavetta's on the IL. We don't know when he's coming back. We're done. Clearly, we're not going anywhere, right? Clearly, we're not going anywhere. We're cooked. The other way they could look at this, they could sit there, they could say, look, yeah, Trevor Story going down's a big blow, but hey, we're going to step up. We're going to figure out a way. We're going to figure out a way to battle through this, and we're going to come out on the other side in a better place. And you know what? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but if they give up right now, this is going to be such a long season. If they truly give up, and I'll tell you what, I think the Bayo extension, I think the Bayo extension, I think Costas isn't really, they're kind of done with extensions, which is interesting to me. But either way, the Cedon extension, you know, it adds to a level to this, right? Because now these guys are like, okay, we're playing here for the future. I'm not playing to you know, just keep my name in the big leagues. I'm playing to be here for a long time. Dylan, thank you so much for renewing your membership. Clip, I also saw yours. I'm sorry I missed it. Woohoo, game day. It's game day, baby. But it really does. It feels like the Red Sox are like 0-11 right now. The vibes are horrendous, which is crazy. Did I go to opening day? Yeah, I went last minute. Do you think the front office will go shopping for a shortstop outside the organization? I'm sure they will a little bit. Why isn't David Hamilton in, Mike? They're facing a lefty. No shot they're putting in Hamilton against a lefty. I'm sure they are shopping a little bit. Here's the problem, right? You look at the obvious one is the White Sox with Paul DeJong, I think, right? He's a good defensive shortstop. Is he a righty? I think he's a righty. He's playing on a crap team that's going absolutely nowhere. Problem is the White Sox sitting there, they're saying, man, listen, if you want Paul DeJong, you got to give me your very best offer. And even then, I'm gonna try and go higher because they know you need one. How's it going in person? He's pretty good. Is Jose Iglesias? Jose Iglesias couldn't even make the major league roster last year. I'm good with Jose Iglesias. I don't know how much he'd add. He's really not that good defensively. He had that good stretch for the Red Sox. Who's he playing with right now? He signed a minor league deal with someone. He plays for the Mets. Are they gonna try out? They'll probably do Chris Well, CW. Here we go, Robbie. I bet that not Gunnar Anderson, Jackson Holiday hits 2+ bases. It feels like every single time anyone debuts against the Red Sox, they have a monster game. Yeah, I'll say this. Marcelo Meyer is crushing it right now. I mean, it's 2 games in, but he looks good. Good inning from Cutter. That's what we need. Connor, I don't know why I thought it looks like a really in-depth ego. Thank you so much, Bobby. Certain former Rays shortstop debuted against us. Yeah, he crushed us. Von Grissom crushed us. Adley crushed us. I don't think he debuted against us, but he crushed us. Paul DeJong isn't their shortstop option. What do you mean? Story looked like he could have been back defensively as well. He was definitely back defensively. Offense, he was always back defensively. It was the offense that you needed to make sure of. Oh yeah, Schneider from the Blue Jays. That's a good one. I forgot about that. That was crazy. He went what, 4 for 4 or something? Oh God, it's debuts, man. Everyone with these mustaches too. The Orioles aren't the Yankees. Have some fun. The mustaches. I'm a big mustache guy in November when we're making money for Movember. Outside of that, not a big mustache guy. Yeah, Vaughn Grissom debuted against us. He hit a home run. Oh God. So I'm just assuming at some point in this game, Jackson Holiday's hitting a tank. That's just my assumption. Does it happen? I don't know. Eric, I'll probably for video tomorrow go over Paul DeYoung and what it would take to get him. The back with your backs up against the wall so much, it's gonna be so tough to trade for anybody, especially when you're a team like the Chicago White Sox who have nothing to lose, right? They're not looking for a piece. They're not looking for anything. They don't get it. Fine, we'll wait to the deadline, and if he's doing well, moving him a good tender for exactly what we were asking for right here. How was Fenway yesterday? It was good. It was good. It was the first time I ever been to Fenway alone, so it was interesting that in that aspect. But it's always nice being there. I saw a couple members of the channel. That was cool. Well, not members, subscribers. Actually, I don't know if they're members. How many hits do I think Jack? I personally bet that he gets 2+ bases in this game. That was my guess. Hey, Corbin, how about all these pitching injuries across the league? What's your take on that? Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if something's ever going to get done. I was listening to Dallas Braden talk about it as a former pitcher. It's really interesting to hear his point of view, but it's crazy. It really is. It's absolutely an epidemic. The problem is I don't know. Like, how do you fix it? Because you can't tell pitchers not to do what they're doing. I think personally the best way to do this is to subsidize the wrong word. What's the right word I'm looking for? Hold on. Like standardize. Standardize the word I'm looking for. Standardize sticky stuff, right? Tell pitchers, hey, look, because you think about it, 21 they banned the sticky stuff, and that from 21 to 23 to 24 now, you've had more Tommy Johns and more elbow issues than you had in the last 10 years. That's not a coincidence. So my question is there a way for the MLB Players Association, the MLB, to come together and figure out a way to make something legal, right? I remember Tyler Glasnow, I think that was also on the same podcast. They like replayed it or whatever. Baseball is Dead, for those of you who don't listen. Great podcast. He was talking about, I only use sunscreen and rosin, right? Is there a way to legalize that in a way that it's standardized for every team? Is that possible? Because if you can do that, then I think you're in a much better spot. You know, you don't get the super sticky stuff like spider tack and stuff. You get if you legalize the stuff they've been using for 60, 70 years, then I think you're in a much better place. I also wonder, if there is a possibility that at some point you just stop using, you just stop using legitimate starters. You know what I mean? Like, is there going to come a point where a starter is the guy who goes 4 innings maximum to save these guys? Is that possible? And then in your bullpen, you put 2 or 3 dudes who just are very good starters but come out of the bullpen. Watching on MLB TV is so much better this year. I can't watch on MLB TV because it's blacked out for me. Ridiculous. How's Sale doing? I don't know. I think he's doing all right. I think he's doing pretty good. What inning is Rafael getting the mic? I think they're miking him up. You know those? I don't think they're talking to the booth. I think they're just gonna mic him up all game. What made me a Red Sox fan? I was just born into it. What's up, Dennis? Just born into it. Where's he playing? Is Jackson Holiday playing shortstop or second base? What is this guy mad at? Each team gets 3 extra pitcher and starters only go 3 innings, so you essentially have 2 starters now. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Connor. Second base? Oh, he's playing second? Okay. So Gunner's playing shortstop. Santander DH? Yeah, I don't know why that guy. Ooh, Jaron Ram with the new batting gloves and immediately serves one into left field. Let's go. Doesn't she? I look. I can write off Nesson as a tax break, so that's what I'm doing because I use it for my job. Pavetta was better in the bullpen. I mean, he's had 2 starts, so I think we can worry about that in a bigger sample size. He's had 2 starts. And he's looked very good in 2 starts. Why is Romy Gonzalez batting 5th? Because they're facing a lefty. A Red Sox game now at 10 p.m. Yeah, it feels nice, chat. We're going to be off this stream at like 9:45. I'll actually get a good night's sleep and be able to make a video for you tomorrow. They'd have to change the rules so you can get a win without going 5 innings. Yeah, I mean, it matters somewhat. I don't think it matters all that much. Win and losses. I think more so now people are getting paid for strikeouts per 9, ERA, FIP, stuff like that, as opposed to just your win-loss record. It's actually broad daylight too. Yeah, I considered it, Jackson. I'm not where I'd want to be honest with you. Yeah, Duran was taking it really hard. I saw people trying to get a standing ovation going for Duran. I think he'll be all right, man. He's just frustrated. He's just taking it out on himself. It happens. Man, you are behind. Prodigy, what does it count for you? Why am I glitching? All starters have been looking better than hoped, luckily. Yeah, they have been. What's up, Jorge? I am also watching the game. Yeah, Braden or Brandon. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I think for a while it's on the West Coast. Oh man, you are East Coast. Before I forget, Corbin, am I Bruins or Patriots fan? I watch the Bruins. I don't really follow the Bruins. I wouldn't consider myself a fan. I watch the playoffs. That's about it. And if I catch a game once in a while, maybe. Patriots I watch, but I don't like love. Devers Dinger? God, I hope so. Yeah, Robbie, it's so funny. Well, I think it's just because people just aren't on base for him. Yeah, it's only 3 more games, I think. I think there's one more when we go to LA, the Dodgers, and I think that's it. Who's my favorite player on the Red Sox, currently on the team? Currently on the team, I don't know, probably Casas. What's the count for me? 0-2. Third pitch. Late June. It's whenever they go to LA to play the Dodgers, I think, is there. I got tickets to Xander's first game back, so I'm gonna be a very, very emotional person for a while. Come on, Rafi. Rafi's struggling, man. He is struggling. He can't get it going this year. I don't know what it is. Affected Devers' overall play. I'm sure it did for a little bit, but he's got to get over it at some point, and I think he knew that. I think everyone knew that. So I don't think it. Yes and no, right? Casas with or without beard, got to do beard. Casas beard is menacing. Yeah, 70. I saw when he in his last at bat against the Angels before they came back home. He swung at something, and I was like, "Nope, take him out." And everyone was like, "Dude, he's not even hurt." But he was wincing a lot. I didn't like that. Rafi's batting stance, that's about the same. Yeah, he's not alone. He's certainly not alone. Costas is getting there. He's just hitting a lot of ground balls right now as he hits a double play. As he hits a double play. How'd Rafi get out? He struck out. I would, Justin. It depends on how many people. The problem is it becomes a thing, right? I can't just. Here's the thing. And I've said this before, and I'm sure people are sick of me talking about it. But if I don't want you guys to have to meet up in Fenway if we ever do a meetup, right? I don't want you to buy a ticket, especially if it's like, $30-$40 a ticket. So it would be like a restaurant or a bar close to Fenway Park. And then at that point, I either have to just hope and pray only like 10 people show up and we could just sort of conglomerate in one corner, or I have to let the bar know, hey, 25, 30 people are going to be coming in to meet up and like talk shop and whatever. And they got to like block off a section. So it ends up with a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I would love to do one. I also don't know how many people. I always say this. I don't know how many people would actually come. And I would hate to like tell a restaurant, oh, like 45 people said yes, and then they just never showed up. You know what I mean? Because then that restaurant gets screwed, or that bar or whatever. Do we lead the league in runners left on? I don't think so. I could do a poll. Oh, yeah, I could absolutely do a poll, 70. But there's also a big difference between people saying, yeah, I'll go, and actually showing up. If they were back to 2023 form. Yeah, defensively, it's been brutal. Yeah. Everyone around me was crying yesterday. Why was a baseball player a great musician? I don't know. Trillium. Yeah, I could. That might not be a bad idea. Because he had the perfect pitch. Maybe I'll do. If you guys are that interested, maybe we should. No way, Shooter. What'd you say? Jeter Downs? I think you got DFA. It says I'm a new fan. How bad was last year? Overall record-wise, right, they were below 500 and last in the league, but in terms of the entire baseball, it really wasn't. It wasn't crazy. It was just frustrating because the talent was there for that team. Injuries killed them, and just poor defense killed them. Absolutely killed them. That was a problem. What's up, Pac-Man? So it was more frustrating than it was bad. Bronson Royal could play guitar pretty well. Red Sox need to win tonight to spark something big. They could get swept in this and still be in third place in the division, I think. I think mentally they need this win. I agree. But I don't think it sinks the season. A lot of people were like, yesterday exposed them. And I was like, yeah, there were things that we knew were the problem that were highlighted yesterday. But it's one game, right? It's tough for me to sit here and be like, it's going to unravel. I would say, Shooter, I was there too. Once the errors started happening, that's when people stopped caring. That's kind of where I got it, because I think everyone just mentally checked out at that point. But up until that, like when Bayo and Burns were battling pretty well, I thought they were pretty good. Like everyone was pretty into it. What's up, Al? Yeah, they'll absolutely replace Valdez. Last year was pretty boring, but that one stretch from mid-June to the end of July that was. Yeah, the documentary is going to be wild, especially if they just flat unravel. That'd be so funny. I I don't know why anyone looks at the Bastards of Boston page. It's ridiculous. Hanging out. The other thing too, Shooter, is a lot of people came in sort of like a corporate's the wrong word, but like there were a lot of giveaways. There were a lot of, I've never been to opening day. Like the people behind me had never been to an opening day, but they also had no idea about anything. So there are 2 Netflix docs, man. Who replaced Pavetta? It'll probably be, my guess is they'll go Cooper Criswell. It lines up well, and he's been pitching really good in the minor leagues. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the 2014. It's not really what I was saying, CW, but you know what I mean. Who should my next jersey be? I think I should go with Tristan. I would get Cedon or Bayo because those guys are at least going to be around for a few more years. I'm interested to see what John Henry is like on the Netflix documentary. Well, he has no say in the final cut, so it's going to be pretty open, I think. Didn't they call it Bernardino? Yeah, but I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll be the. They won't do an opener. There's no way. It's too early. There's no unless Thursday. If Thursday's game gets canceled. Wait a minute. Who's injured on the Sox? I know Story, but there's more. Yeah, Pavetta's on the IL. You watch my video about it. How's Richard Fitz doing? He's doing. He did all right in his first start. Ooh, Cutter looks sharp tonight, huh? Tough about the Chris Murphy news. I think we saw that coming, but it sucks. And you'll never get traded. I love the custom jerseys, man. They're so funny. Did you see the all fastball inning from Kopech? Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. Who's the next primetime prospect to come up? Honestly, it'll most likely be Kyle Teal. That'd be my guess. But with Reese hitting the way he's hitting, they might not push him up too fast. Although I will say, while they aren't going to rush Marcelo Meyer, if he pushes his way up, I don't think they're going to be like, whoa, hold on a second, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, if he crushes Double-A in the first couple months, I think he's pretty quickly moved up to Triple-A. I don't know if he makes it up to the majors this year because I think they still want to make sure he's healthy. But with the Trevor Story being down, it's especially with the outcome more than likely that's going to happen by September is that they're probably going to be a long shot at best to be in it. Realistically, right? Obviously, a lot of things can happen, and I still have hope that this team can be competitive, but that's besides the point. The idea is, in my head, is I think 2025 is a goal for Marcelo. Maybe not starting the year, but close. But if the Red Sox, and again, I don't think they're going to be like, yeah, keep it coming. I think if he fights his way up to AAA, they might be more inclined to bring him up. But I don't know. Because he'll have no protection in this lineup. Right, you stick him between Casas, Devers, Duran. If O'Neill stays healthy, I think there's plenty of protection there. I don't think he'll be the prime target in this lineup. It's not like Juan Soto, it's not like Juan Soto in 2021 with the Nationals. Too many lefties? Yeah, but it's not the end of the world. You could platoon them too. No, Pavetta's a real issue. It's only for 15 days, at least for now. Safe to say Bale's been the worst starter. Yeah, statistically through 3 starts, we'll see what they look like all the way through 3, but right now, yeah. I hope Betts jersey is still available, man. Those were the days. Huh? Oh, yeah, I don't know. How do you think the Sox handle Story moving forward? I believe he could still be great, but I don't know if you can go into next year. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great question, Clip, because I think you're right. It's like sales. Someone else said it. It's like sales going down the same path. You can't like we talked about with Sale going into the offseason, you can't rely on Story to be your everyday shortstop anymore. You just can't. And that's not his fault. A lot of the injuries he sustained over the last 3 years now have been freak injuries. But if you're prone to freak injuries, you're prone to freak injuries. And again, it's not the end of the world, but I think from this point on, you have to assume he's not going to be healthy and figure out. And you also, the good news is you do have, right? You have options internally coming up soon. You've got Marcelo Mayer. You got Sogard, who has played mostly shortstop his entire career. Chase Meadroth, who's an okay shortstop, but is more of a utility man, right? You've got options to fill that gap going forward. They're just not ready. The problem, if Trevor Story had sustained this injury in August, I don't think it would be. I mean, it would suck, right? It obviously suck. He's supposed to be money wise your second best offensive player. But I don't think it would have had fans as crushed as it does 8 games into the season. Absolutely. Story's probably trade next year. To who? Who's taking on the contract? That's the problem, right? Who are you going to trade Trevor Story to? Who's going to be like 20 a year? Yeah, absolutely. Because he also has that opt-in. And if he's got 3 years of not being healthy, he's got an opt-in in, after the 2025 season, I think, for 2 more years. So really, you've got, after he comes back, another half of the contract to go. And there's no way he's opting out. It wouldn't make any sense. Can we stop grounding into double plays, please? Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Do we have anyone who's an above average defender? What, in the minor leagues? I would say Sogard's above average. Chase Meadroth at shortstop, I would say is, above average. Yeah, exactly, Tanner. And I just don't think, I really don't think anyone's taking him. You're just sort of stuck with it. Rafaela should cover short. I agree. Cora said today he's a center fielder that's going to be playing some short. I think you got to do it all the time. The thing with Rafaela and what people were saying is now that he's going to be your center fielder for the foreseeable future, you need him to develop out there. I don't think him going to shortstop is really going to hinder his development all that much. Honestly, he's already it's not like he's still learning center field. He is already a Gold Glove caliber center fielder. He's an above average shortstop. Which one do you need more? I don't think by putting him at shortstop, you are hindering his development in center field. Plus, it's his first year in Major League Baseball, right? I think the bigger need here is absolutely the shortstop position, because you can take the combination of Tyler O'Neill, Wilyer Abreu, Jarren Duran, and Rob Refsnyder, who's on his rehab assignment right now in the next 2 weeks or whatever when he comes back, and figure out your outfield. And I wonder if that's what they're waiting for Refsnyder to come back. You've got Tyler O'Neill, who's a Gold Glove. Jarren Duran was league average last year. Wilyer Abreu's been above average defensively his entire minor league career, save that one singular error he's had this season. So it's, I think you could piece together the outfield a whole lot better than you could piece together this infield. 4 different infielders is crazy. 4 different infielders is absolutely crazy. Exactly, Shooter. I totally agree. Wonder what the Brewers would want for Adames? A lot. Rafaela or Refsnyder could play short? I don't think so. Is he good at shortstop? Yeah, he is good at shortstop. If Refsnyder can do it, why not? I mean, yeah, I guess that's not wrong. I don't think he can, though. Imagine if we signed Dansby last offseason. If we had signed Dansby and kept Trevor Story at second base, this team would be in such a better place. Appreciate it, Tito. Thanks for watching, my friend. How's the weather down there? It's probably a lot nicer than it is here. He was an infielder with New York. I think that's sort of last case scenario. There's a reason he only plays outfield. Ooh, I don't know where that missed. I would honestly just put Willier in right field. And actually I'd put Willier in left field, Duran in center, and keep O'Neill in right. Sorry, Clip. On a lighter note, seriously, you see the new Big League Chew collaboration with MLB? No, I haven't. I'll have to take a look at it. Over, Tanner. I heard the Angel Hernandez having a good year. Yeah, he's already ruffling feathers, which is hilarious. I'll have to take a look, Xavier, because I might cop one. I just have a big head, though, so I have to, like, make sure they're going to fit. Yeah, that's the benefit of this for sure this year, Jackson. Why is Casas batting fourth? Probably he's been our fourth best hitter. Got to go snaps. I do go snaps. They just don't work out very well. Although my hats, the red seat hats, fit really well. Yeah, lid still exists. I appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. Nesson's doing that thing again this year. Nesson's doing this thing again this year, where they just pan immediately up. Oh, he's gonna go yard, isn't he? If the Christian, I'm not hitting the panic button unless they go over for the rest of the month. It's ridiculous to start hitting panic buttons in April. No, I didn't, Warrior. That is wild. That is wild. He's taking it over the monster. I think he wraps one around the pole. Why don't we just switch to NBCS Boston? What is that, the Celtics game? All right, Cutter. Do something crazy, huh? Man, Cutter's command has been iffy lately. Actually, maybe. What's up, Tracy? Maybe not command, but control. Got him. Ooh. All right. Had a baby, Cutter. Eric, what are you talking about, dude? Sometimes you come in here and I don't know how to respond to you. Sometimes. Am I drinking the Red Sox prospect Kool-Aid? Yeah, they have a top 5 positional player prospect pool in the entire country. That's not drinking Kool-Aid. That's just factual information. None of their prospects are pitchers. 3 of their top 10 prospects are pitchers. Turn on WEI. I cannot talk and listen to the game at the same time. Henry doesn't want to spend big on free agent pitchers. Okay, Henry's cheap. We know that, right? I'm not defending him here. But what I will say is any other team in Major League Baseball genuinely spending money on free agent pitchers. Like, I'm genuinely curious. The Dodgers spent what, $325 million on Yamamoto, but he's 25. You're looking at 30-year-old. Okay, let's talk about 30-year-old free agents, because that's mostly what's going to be happening for the next few years in terms of pitching free agency. How many of them how many teams spent big on a free agent pitcher this offseason? I'm good with that, CW. He might be going to jail, dude. Where the Cubs pay Imanaga, the Red Sox offered him more. Like, he offered him more money. And honestly, I think it was like 50, 60 million for Imanaga. Baby Cutter. The Phillies did with Nola. I think they overpaid for Nola. Looking at what the free agent class ended up being. And I think they sat there and they went, oh, man. But, and again, I John Henry was cheap this offseason. Absolutely. Did the Red Sox deserve that? Absolutely not. But saying he's afraid to sign free agent pitchers, I mean, look at the track record. Who are the last three big free agent pitchers you've had? David Price, right, who you end up having to trade away. Chris Sale, who you ended up having to trade away because he got injured so much. Lucas Giolito, who's out for his first year. We are already into the season. Can we cut the crap with the sign Trevor Bauer? It's not going to happen. He's not getting signed. He's not going to be in Major League Baseball. But I just Price is worth it, sure. Absolutely, but I'm just saying, if you're John Henry and you're looking at it and you're saying, but there's a reason why Blake Snell ended up signing a 1-year deal, and Jordan Montgomery ended up signing a 1-year deal, and Imanaga went for, I think he was expected to get a $100 million deal. I'm pretty sure he signed for $60 million. Turner signed with the Oh, there you go. All right. So now he can't sign with Major League Baseball. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. I don't know. Matsuzaka was a good deal. I think he was a fine deal. Yeah, I think you could have got Nola for way less. That's Imanaga's deal, Connor? Yeah, that's you have the option, okay, fine, but flat without the option, that's $50 million less than you thought he was going to get. And the reason for that is because teams are realizing, we just talked about it, all these pitchers are blowing their arms out. And they're also realizing, okay, if they're going to blow their arms out at some point, why would we go and sign someone for $30 million a year just for them to blow their arms out? We could just draft up and hope any of our guys are major league decent, because when they break it up, they could just go to the next guy, and it's $700,000 they're losing. I don't think so, Andre. They should have kept Bogarts and Erod. I was kind of surprised they didn't go for Erod a bit more during the offseason. But yeah, I mean this team's in a much better spot if they still have Bogarts. I agree. Not on that contract before someone goes, yeah, but it was too much to pay. Okay, I know. I'm talking about like signing him before. Where's Ref Snyder rehabbing? AAA. Yeah, and there's a reason for that, Connor. It's because people are getting hurt at quadruple the rate. No, it's 1 year plus a club option. CW. Should McGuire bat earlier? You don't want to mess with it too much. True. That is worst case, Tanner. that is absolutely worst case in this situation. Bernardino is back in the majors. Do I think Meyer and Teal make it to AAA by June? June's pretty quick. April, May. No, I don't think it's. Man, Duran just hits. It's crazy. True. Cannot have a double play this inning. Yeah, Duran is wearing new cleats. I like those cleats a lot. Those are soccer cleats, I think, actually. I hope so, Jeff. Who do the Red Sox send down if Criswell comes up? Can the Red Sox score against this guy, please? Oh, he missed it. Go Duran. Go Duran. Go Duran. Yes, sir. That's Jarren Duran right there. Creating runs. That is what Jarren Duran does best. And that's what Jarren Duran should do every single goddamn time. Create those runs, baby. Create them. The entire reason the Red Sox are winning right now is because of Jarren Duran. Entire reason. Marcelo Myers should have been up once already. He was projected to come up last year at the Sox projection. Should get a no, Mike, because he was injured. There's a big difference. No, yeah, you can't say how the Red Sox get any pitching. Super easy, Eric. They either use their top 5 farm system, top 5 positional farm system, Major League Baseball, to trade for that pitching. They sign it, sure, but that's going to be a little bit tough because there are going to be a lot of older players on the open market over the next couple of years, or they develop it, which is what they're trying to do. And the reason why they traded for Richard Fitz, Nick Sandlin, the reason why they're pushing Wilkerman Gonzalez, the reason why they worked so hard this offseason, very specifically with Luis Pareles, right? That's the reason why they signed Justin Willard. That's the reason why they hired the CEO of Driveline. It's the reason why they brought in Andrew Bailey. So, I mean, the answer on its own, Eric, is very simple. How do the Red Sox get any pitching? They trade for it, they sign it, or they develop it. We've already talked about why it's going to be difficult for them to sign players because a lot of teams are either locking up their pitching talent early or they're relying on a rotation because of so many injuries with starting pitchers, or they're letting these guys go to free agency and they blow out their arms a year in. Justin Verlander did that. Jacob deGrom did that, right? These are guys who help you in the long run, but you're also losing about $30, $40 million that year when they go down with an injury. Okay, so we understand that. Now, you've got your trading market, which for the Red Sox this offseason, because pitching was such a premium, couldn't get anything done. They also want to see where they're at. Craig Breslow was in his first year as a CBO ever, right? So we had to evaluate an entire system over the course of 3 months. That's a little bit difficult to do. And I understand you have people in there that allow you to, and help you to do that. But at some point, you have to make those decisions for yourself. And I have a feeling it took them a while to figure out those decisions. So we just said, you know what? We're just going to hold on. I want to see what we have. I want to see what we have. Ah. right? So, okay, so now you understand why that maybe they didn't trade for it this offseason. And again, I'm not defending John Henry here. I'm kind of defending Craig Breslow a little bit. And the third option is develop it. Okay, well, you come into this situation. You don't have any starting pitchers. You haven't had any real legitimate starting pitchers since what? Brian Bayo came up. Questions as to whether or not he'll be a legitimate frontline starting pitcher. Before that, it was what? Clay Buchholz and then John Lester. And that was sort of it. You got Erod from the Orioles. That doesn't really count. So how do you get that? Well, you either trade people away, which people are going to get pissed at, or you draft it. And you kind of have to do both if you want to speed it up. So that's why this offseason, you saw John Schreiber leave. You saw Alex Verdugo leave, because what they're trying to do is pump this system with high-end, high-floor, high-ceiling prospects in pitching, because that's what all pitchers are in the prospect pool. I think they traded for Erod. I think, Mike. Festa, that's such a dumb take. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Like, yeah, you're right in that they probably would be down, especially the 04 World Series. You're not winning that without Curt Schilling. But when one of the biggest people in the franchise history in Tim Wakefield tells his closest friends, hey, this is personal. I'm dealing with this the way I want to deal with it. And he ruins that for the family, for him, for everyone. You absolutely are not going to come back to Boston on the day that you are honoring the person that in his last month you completely disrespected. It was his last couple of days, I think, too. You absolutely disrespect, not to mention all the other crap he's done off the field, right? Some respect is due. He had no respect for one of his best friends and one of the faces of the Boston Red Sox. Why? What has he done to earn our respect off the field since he retired? What has he done? Nothing. I'm not respecting anyone who doesn't deserve the respect. And Curt Schilling absolutely does not deserve the respect after doing what he did to Tim Wakefield. Absolutely does not deserve the respect. And you want to know, this is from just a guy who talks baseball. That's it. You want to know what's really even more powerful than that? His own teammates didn't want him there. His own teammates from 2004, the Brotherhood, the band of idiots, didn't want Curt Schilling there. They don't respect him. Don't sit here and tell me everyone deserves our respect and we're being too harsh on him. No. Think O'Neill should be trying to steal bases more? I think they need to keep him healthy. So if he keeps socking dingers, no, absolutely not. Schilling rant. There's probably a rant to stream. Like, I personally think it would have been a lot different story if the media was like, oh, Curt Schilling outed him. And then guys like Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek and Tim Lin, they come out and they say, well, wait a second. You know, I was as close to Tim Wakefield as Curt Schilling was, and he wasn't really that upset. Then it would have been a different story. But you're talking about all of these guys saying, no, we don't want him here. I'm surprised they didn't retire 49. What's up, Joey? Yeah, I think we'll see him. I think we'll see him drafted pretty early, Joseph. I think we'll see a lot of pitchers in the draft. The problem with early pitchers is that unless they're absolutely even like, look at Strasburg, right? He was a guarantee. He was first round, first pick, came up, sliced, then was never healthy again. And that's the problem. So you sit here and you say, oh, we need to take pitchers in the first round. that's a lot of risk. There's a reason why usually, unless they are the number one pick, the top 10 guys are never really pitchers. Hayden, I'm real confident in the Red Sox bullpen. Yeah, exactly 70. It's so versatile. So I don't really have a problem with the Red Sox deciding to develop in the later rounds as opposed to take what feels like a surefire thing, pay more money for, lose out on other possibilities, and then end up having a bust. So I'm not too worried about it yet. A compilation of the rants? No, that is too much. That would be too much. I also wouldn't be able to watch because when I get going, my face gets red. I wouldn't be able to watch that. So I wouldn't be able to edit it. 4 or 5 ceiling starters. The other thing you could do too is you could the Miami Marlins did a great job. Did a great job of scouting and signing international free agent pitchers, right? I mean, look at Sixto Sanchez, Sandy Alcantara, Edward Cabrera, Jesus Luzardo, Yuri Perez. That could be another route too. And I honestly think that would be a little bit more of a I honestly think that could be a little bit more of a interesting way to go about it. Which I wonder if that's something they focus on in this next international free agent pool, because it's a lot less of a risk, right? I mean, Bayo was signed for what, $40,000 as opposed to $3.5 million that you give to whoever you take in the first round. I personally would go that route. I don't know, Pac-Man. I was just the first name I thought of. I think that's why I went with after that I went Cabrera and Yuri because I think I was like I think Sixto was in Miami Marlins. I thought he spent time with I don't know. What's up, Wes? Like at one point, the Marlins' entire starting rotation was made up of international prospects, and I would be, you got Eddie Romero who's done a fantastic job. Probably missed out on some huge name prospects. What from the international pool? I think you could do both a little bit, right? And I think we saw that a little bit this year, where they went big with one signing and then spread out the rest to a lot of different pitchers and a lot of different position players, right? I know a lot of people were upset with that. They only had a couple people in top 100, but I think they deliberately picked which one they're going to do, and then. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that to me that seems like the better route, but I know nothing. All right, I know nothing. Man, Cutter just loses it. Red Sox have massive pull in the DR, so we get pretty much anybody from down there. What's up, Ash? Please don't do this, Cutter. Please don't do this, Cutter. Curse or something. Oh, he had Xander there for a while. There we go. Get out of this, baby. He's already at 60 pitches. Jeez. Yeah, Christian. Again, man, you can't it's hard for us to really sit here and say that it's unraveling. It's been. You still look at it and it looks pretty good. Is this the second game at Fenway so far? Yeah, number 2. right? And the stat line still looks great. There have been things you could be like, well, and the other thing too is it might just be a different look than what we've been seeing. Yeah, yeah, Robbie. It's just none of them really made it up here yet. There we go, Cutter. What a big strikeout! Whoo! Hey man, you got my heart going right now. Good Lord, Cutter. I have been audibly like exhaling lately when I watch these games. Like I will audibly, especially pitching, I'm audibly like how many pitches? You're at 60. I think he strikes him out right here. Yeah, Tracy, I think that's a big part of it too. Well, we'll see. You know, it is just a new look. Henry and the Red Sox haven't done much in the international draft lately. Um, I'm trying to think. They got Yoellen last year, who looks like an absolute crazy. He looks really good. So that's a name that we'll have to keep an eye on this year. Outside of that, Eric, you might not be wrong in terms of like people who have. The one I will say is absolutely keep your eye on Yoellen Cespedes. Why does it always do this? It always automatically connects my phone to this. Um, yeah, Yoellen's our number 6 prospect. 2021 had Miguel Blaze, but that was 3 years ago now. Johan Fran Garcia is a name to keep an eye on. Catcher, 2022. I just think a lot of them. The problem, Eric, is that a lot of these guys are signed so early in their careers, right? I mean, Yoellen's what, 18? And he was kind of old. Some of these guys are 17 years old. So you don't hear, what's up, Harrison? So you don't hear about these guys for years. So I wouldn't say nothing, but I would say there is a little bit less of a presence. I would even say over the last few years. You had Bayo and Mata at one point, Mata just flat out, I don't think has worked out. Then you had Sedan, who came up this year, but outside of that, yeah, Orioles are a good team. Yeah, they're really good. Sit, that a baby. See, Costa's getting a lot of. Am playing some MLB show? Yeah, I have been. I don't know how I feel about 24, to be honest with you. I feel like we need 6 or 7 man rotation, reserve arms, and yeah, Peter. I think that's coming soon. They sign so young. That's why they don't typically sign for a lot. Too many of them wash out. Yeah. And it just takes so long. Can the Red Sox get Tim Anderson? Probably not. Oh, really, Prodigy? That's wild. Baseball card show off? That would take too long. Maybe it will. There we go, Romy. All right, let's get something going here, huh? I can't believe how close. Rafi smoked that baseball. Anywhere else in the park, that was gone. You have to pay. Yeah, that's my problem, Jesta. Like, I do a ton of grinding on MLB The Show. I like the offline stuff, but, man. Really, Braden? I didn't even know that. I'm hoping to see the Orioles higher up in the standings than the Yankees. That'd be nice. Yeah, my favorite part about MLB's show is like plugging in like a podcast, listening to music, and just relaxing and doing it. I always get too stressed when I'm online. I get too mad. Smell a double play? No, come on, Christian. You are uncharacteristically negative today. I think. What's going on? You all right? Kind of great and terrible. I'm sorry. I wish there was a way for us to sync the games. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I agree. 70. That's not really how it goes. You have my videos on? Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, you should, Harrison. They're a ton of fun, the Woo Sox. No, he played for the White Sox for parts of 3 years back, man. Yeah, and I wouldn't say a dream, Ash. They still had to do it. You just got to pause about 4.7 seconds. Well, there you go. Overlay like the game itself? No, I definitely can't do that. I miss when the Orioles were automatically wins. I know. There's not really any automatic wins, and even in the only automatic win I would say in Major League Baseball would be the Athletics. I think everyone else, genuinely, I don't think there's truly an Athletics and White Sox. Outside of that, Pablo, come on, dude, you need a more productive at bat than that. Jason Alexander Jackson that almost had one. Rockies, yeah, but even the Rockies just walked off someone. Yeah, Marlins might not be a bad one. So what? 3 teams in all Major League Baseball? I wouldn't even. The Rockies are going to be bad. Thank you so much for subscribing, Brad. Appreciate you. I wish we get Tim Anderson. Yeah, I don't think they will. Please don't do this, Yoshida. Are you kidding me? Okay. He can only do one. Masa needs to figure it out. I don't know why he is just constantly driving baseballs into the dirt. He needs to figure it out. This is crazy. How am I doing Spot Rack? It's just spotrack.com. What's up, Ethan? Andres Simon, he might be too old, man. How old is he be? Arise over Anderson. Arise can't really play shortstop, though. That doesn't really fix your problem. And he's a lefty. You just simply need to score more runs. Like before the Orioles get into the bullpen, you need to score more runs. Is it too soon to call Yoshida bust? 12 games into his second season? Yeah. Yes. Connor Wong just seems to always have. Connor Wong just always seems to have that clutch hit. This is what we needed. You needed to bounce back, boys. You're bouncing back. Absolutely need it. Yeah, Wong always does it. He always. What's his clutch at bat? WIC plus. Yeah, you semi pitching. Get in there, Ash. Wong Song. That's why McGuire isn't playing. You know what's weird? McGuire has better stats against lefties than he does righties. I'm doing good, Assassin. How you doing? Much better now that the Red Sox are winning. Feels good. Yeah, Wong does have a good feel for how the game's going. That's a good way to put it. Man, it's all right. It's all right. Cedon will get there. I'm not really worried about Cedon's offense. It doesn't need to be that great. Sorry, Chad. I'm looking for the clip. I'm looking for the clip, chat. so I can tweet it. Wong or McGuire for the future? I don't know. Mason. I think it'll end up being Wong, but I think McGuire could make a big case. I have a feeling that was a ground out if the O's didn't use a shift. Absolutely, but they did use a shift. Wow, didn't know Red C. Rayo spoke for the entire Fester. I'm not speaking for the entire teams. And also, you're like 30 minutes late. But I'm not speaking for the entire teams. I'm telling you what they are saying. Like Derek Lowe literally did an interview, Fester. I will send you the link where he said no one here wanted him here. And that he would have gotten punched in the mouth had he showed up. Word for word. That's not me. That's not my opinion. That's not me telling or speaking for anybody. That is mouth to paper to me from Derek Lowe. Thanks a lot, Wes. Oh, you have been saying it for a while, Prodigy. You've been saying it for a long time. Top 5. Thank you. Oops. 3. Top 5. Absolutely made his bed. Can I get the clip, please? There's no clip of it. This game feels like it's flying by. It is going fast. An hour in and we're already in the 5th inning. That's crazy. That's some long days. I'm sorry to hear that, Ethan. Will the Red Sox win this game? God, I hope so, Chris. They need to. They need to get they absolutely need to get their mojo back. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Eric. So you think it's awesome that he outed one of his best friends and ruined the last couple of days he had on this earth? Classy. Genuinely. Like, that makes me so upset. People saying Schilling is awesome just want to be a contrarian. Because at this point, he did a terrible person thing, and he's paying the price for being a terrible person. I don't know. Schilling the player is much different than Schilling the person. And we can all agree on that. I've said it. You are not winning those first 2 World Series without Curt Schilling. We understand that. We also understand why he's not allowed back in. Absolutely. And we understand why Red Sox fans don't like him. Absolutely. I can't believe you just said Schilling is awesome. I need to cool off. Good comical relief. That's a terrible way to put it. Terrible way to put it. I mean, no one's laughing at Curt Schilling. No one. No one thinks it's funny what he did. And if you do, you're a bad person. It's just that might sound cruel. But I mean, genuinely, you think it's funny that he outed one of his best friends to an entire nation against his wishes, against his family's wishes. All right, Ethan. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, good player, terrible human being. Yes. Watching my blood pressure? No, it's just not worth yelling at it because I know you're just doing it to make me angry. Yeah, Mike, I understand that. That also doesn't mean you have to keep just letting him be. Yeah, Eric's trying to cause it. Did I bring my water in, Chad? Does anyone remember? All right, Chad. Game time. Matt Holliday looks like he could still play. Absolutely looks like he could still put it on and rip it. Should the Sox warm someone up? They might have to. I would love for Cutter needs to get through this fifth inning, Jodo, honestly. Tell you so I can get popcorn. Yeah, I figured, Eric. I think he got it. Oh, I don't know how. I think he might have grounded out. Yeah, it is Harrison. What is he, 19 or 20? It's ridiculous. They're just sitting on his stuff. The problem is they're not chasing anything. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Robbie. Looks like he's 12. Yeah, he does look young. Gonna have to find something else, Prodigy. You're 12, Ash? Nice. Red Sox win will hopefully lighten the mood. We could really use it. I know. Because of lefty. I need this right now. Please double play. You got to come get him. This is ridiculous. What was this, 4? I don't know if any. They just brought. I think they just put someone up in the bullpen. Oh my God, he's not getting any help from the ump either. They're getting Campbell going, but God, just get through the 5th inning, please, Cutter. Do I think Cutter should get moved to the pen? They don't have a choice. He can't. He cannot be moved to the pen now. And I also know after 3 starts, I don't think anyone should be. It's my favorite card in MLB The Show. I still like Charlie Blackmon, man. I still crush with him. Kevin Youkilis, I've been crushing with too, actually. Him, the Christian Yelich card, I like that one. I haven't really tried out any of the Player of the Month stuff yet. All right, Cutter. Please, dude. What's MLB Show? It's a video game. There we go. Huge Cutter. Massive strikeout right there. Give me one more, baby. Give me one more. No, Fitz isn't ready at all. Fitz is not ready at all. I think I think it'll be Cooper Criswell. Do I recommend Nesson or MLB TV? Depends on where you live, Jason. Do you live in New England? Bases loaded? No. Man on first and second, 2 outs. I really don't like Anthony Santander here. Get Tamar Johnson. He's tough. I think I have. Is he a second baseman? Come on, Cutter. All right, one more. Please. You might interview Richard Fitz? That's cool, Harrison. I can't get anyone, man. I've tried DMing, I've tried going through agents. I can't get a press pass anywhere. I'm trying, guys, I swear. I'm trying to get interviews. Not working. Yeah, Hunter Dobbins was the kindest one to do it with us, and it was awesome. That was a good play by Gonzalez. I'll give him that. Plays where we needed Trevor Story. I don't think Story gets that one either. I mean, Story. Yeah, that probably looked about the same with Story on the diamond. Honestly, try harder. Thanks. Yeah, you're in Boston. Then you can't watch Red Sox games on him. Can you? I don't think you can. Right? Yeah, I did 270. I got nervous there for sure. No, yeah, you can't watch on MLB TV, so you kind of have to go with Nesson, which sucks. I had to do the same thing. Story would have made that play. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if he would have gotten the out. That's crazy, Pac-Man. Oh, yeah, I don't know, Dennis. He's looked really good. He looked really good in Worcester. Playoff chances, 35% right now. Yeah, Brandon Bernardino coming back. Let's see it. I really hope he does well. Summer starts in 71 days. If Story played now, I really don't think it matters. Oh, Cutter. Please don't do that. Where do you live, though, Warrior? Do you live in New England? I don't think it matters where he plays now. What up, Joey? Thank God you got that. Oh, you should, Braden. They're a lot of fun to go to live, man. Do I have a? Yeah, it's just Red Sea Radio. Yeah, of course, Jason. Pittsburgh area? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can't watch the games on MLB TV if you're on Nessa or if you're in New England. Only the Nessa app or cable. Oh my God. I I cannot believe he got out of that. I cannot believe he got out of that. These pitchers are gonna make me go nuts. Yeah, you should, Brandon. Baseball's a lot of fun. Oh my God. Devers, Yoshida, and Story kind of determined the season. Let's hope for the best. Yoshida, no. I would say Devers. Casas, Story, and O'Neill did. Extra innings box 4 teams, Eric. Oh my God. What 4 teams? Atlanta, Baltimore. I mean, Cutter getting out of that was huge. Got to tweet about it, chat. It's wild that it's wild. No idea how that happened, but it's wild that Cutter has like had so many issues in the rotation, but has the lowest ERA. I think he just absolutely just. Oh no. Oh no. Cutter Crawford rolled his ankle over first base. Great. Great. Hey, Dennis. 1 full year, man. Thank you so much for being here for a full year. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Can we get some claps to the chat for him? Am I being serious? Dead serious. He rolled his ankle. Probably won't be here in the rest of the game. I wouldn't guess it's an IL stint or anything. He's got 5 days. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, Durant 350. Wow, well then Cutter's hurt. What's the plan? Not really any plan if Cutter's hurt. Cutter's probably out for the night. Without you, Dennis, I'm nothing. Oh, thank you so much, AJ. Thank you so much for coming by. Joelle time. Let us make Orioles fans happy. They already were. Mike, thank you so much for being here for 14 months. All right, Robbie. Enjoy it tomorrow, man. Have a good one. Thanks for being here, helping me out. Odds of Dwight Evans making the Hall of Fame? I think he makes it at some point to the veteran committee. What's up, Chef? Yeah, it was probably his last inning. I'm not worrying about it. Anderson was fine. I don't have a problem with anything Anderson's done so far. He's looked pretty good. I don't have a problem with Anderson at all. We had some claps to chat for Mike for being here for 14 months, man. Yeah, Connor, but he's already out, and he's probably already out of the game, and he's going to probably come back. He's got 5 days until his next start. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, Peter. Hopefully they hold it's a big one. I just can't think of anyone worse because bullpen's been solid. What do you mean? Oh, I see what you mean. Favorite Red Sox player of all time? My personal favorite. How long after the game will you be live? I'm live during the game, and that's about it. I'll talk for a little bit after the game, but not anything crazy. Favorite player of all time? My personal favorite was always Kevin Youkilis. It was Kevin Youkilis. It was Josh Beckett. And it was Jonathan Papelbon. Because I pitched and I played first base. PD, yeah. Dice K? Man, that's wild. That was a great pitch. Jeez. Yaz, probably a solid pick. Went 390. Rafi's hitting below 200, man. Really, Christian? That's awesome. I haven't met too many people whose favorite player has been Kevin Youkilis. Mookie? Pedro? Makes sense. Marlins? Imagine that'd be awesome if the Marlins' first win was against the Yankees and they just get on a hot streak and blow them out the rest of the way. Pedroia, Shane Victorino, or Mike Napoli? Oh, they are 1-9 now? What, they beat the Yankees yesterday? What do I think about the Rafael extension? I love it. And the reason I love it is because it's so team friendly that even if he's not good defensively or offensively, his value is right there. The only reason I'm worried about Rafi is watch after he swings and misses. Watch that shoulder. Do I think Costas is worth Matt Olson money? Yeah. I would give him Matt Olson money. Yeah, exactly, Jackson. That's kind of the point. Look at him with his shoulder. That's awesome, Christian. It's the left shoulder. Yeah, it's his left shoulder. Anytime he swings, is how connects to get locked up. I don't know. I don't think so. I think their next priority will be Casas, but I don't think that happens until after this year. Do you think Kyle T will be the next JT Realmuto or Buster Posey? No. That's a really high bar to set. I don't think so. Rafi stance different this year a little bit. I said it the other day and people were grilling me for it. He's not 100% at all. Brandon, thank you so much for joining the box seats. Thank you. Can we get some claps in chat for Brandon? Welcome in, my friend. We still got to figure out, chat, what we're going to do for our... we're going to figure out what we're doing for our members-only live stream this month. See what I did? Where'd you go? I didn't see what you did, Mike. What's up, Evan? Yvonne? Evan, Yvonne? Which one is it? Can we get some claps in chat for Brandon, please? Which prospects are likely most traded for pitching? I would say they're going to have to make a lot of outfield decisions. Tristan! He didn't even think he got that. What was that? Yes. Good day for Tristan. Can we get some Tristan Casas emotes in the chat, please? Wait, we're ready? What? Yeah. Home run Casas. Let's go. Get the light show going. I love that light show, by the way. That ball was lifted over. Just lifted over. I don't know how he got that ball out of here. That ended up 341 feet. I can't believe that was 340 feet. Love that crooked number. Love it. I'm waiting for the theirs, though. How high was that? Way high. Pesky pole? No, that was into the monster. 341 feet in the monster. Like how this game's going? I like how the game's going too. Big Red Sox fan, would you believe that I've seen Rafa when he was in Maine and talked to him and he signed 2 baseballs by him? Wow, that's cool, Evan. I love when the offense is good. It feels good when the offense is good. Oops. Yeah, that car got absolutely crushed. Dill, maybe you're bad luck. Rafael Devers, that's even better. That's awesome. Yeah, Kaz is flat muscled that. Hold on, chat. I'll be right back in a second. All right. Sorry, chat. I'm back. Sorry. I probably should do like a standby. Maybe. Does anyone know anyone? Dill, you don't live stream, do you? Tristan Casas. Thoughts on Sweet Caroline? We're down by 6. I've said this before. My stance on Sweet Caroline is I know Sweet Caroline isn't for me, right? I'm so invested in these games that like I'm emotionally I cannot do Sweet Caroline if they're down by 6. People love it, right? Think about it this way. There are Red Sox fans all over the world, and some of them only get to go to Fenway Park one time in their entire lives. They don't care if they're down by 6. This might be their only opportunity ever to sing Sweet Caroline with an entire stadium, right? So, to be honest with you, it means nothing to me. If they're winning, it's a lot of fun. If they're tied, I think it gives the Red Sox a bit of momentum. So, I just didn't know, Dill. I just didn't know if you had someone who does like could do overlays. So I'm thinking about going Fiverr, but I've heard some horror stories. Yeah, that's fine, CW, but it's been so idolized at Fenway that, you know. Sucks when you hear it outside the stadium. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Joey. When you go, you'll be singing your heart out to Sweet Caroline. They do Sweet Caroline in the playoffs. They did Sweet Caroline. Yeah, I think so. They did Sweet Caroline for the. Yeah. Game got rained out. That's brutal. True, CW. Journey, Bon Jovi, and Queen. I could never get. Well, you like 80s music. Yeah, Brandon. And for someone, I go to like, I don't know. I'm already planning on going to like 7 games the next 2 months. So, you know, if when they're losing, it is brutal. But when they're winning, it's a lot of fun. I don't know anyone who does good graphics. I want to upgrade the stream a little bit because I think we're at the point now where it needs to look more professional. I didn't really either, Tom, until I started streaming and people hate it. People absolutely hate Sweet Caroline. I always never I don't know. I never had an issue with it. Fiverr's a mixed bag. Yeah. I didn't know if you knew anyone who was doing Fiverr or anything because I don't know. How do I feel about Romy? I think Romy deserved the opportunity to get up here. It sucks that it had to happen when Trevor's story went down, obviously. But I think he'll be all right. The thing is with Romy, his bar is so low. His bar is so low that all he needs to do is give you competitive at bats. He could hit 130, but if he sees an average of like 6 pitches in at bat, I think it's fine. Oh, dude. Oh, what are we doing? doing? Oh, jeez. Come on. Tyler O'Neill doing this is tough. All right, for bands, take a stab at stream stuff. If Brandon, if you know, I would happily pay you. I would love to pay someone in this community to do it. That'd be awesome. I mean, what are we doing here? It would be the wave. It wouldn't even be a question, Pac-Man. Not even a question. Just entertainment, Mason. I like that. I'm too emotionally invested for me to feel that way. Dahlbeck is down in AAA, yeah. Come on, Isaiah. We knew eventually. I mean, the sliders. Hey, Jesta, thank you so much for becoming a member, my friend. Good to claps in the chat for Jesta, please. Thank you so much, Jesta. This is one of the fears I had with Isaiah Campbell is he's a 2-pitch pitcher, right? My fear was that if his slider isn't on, he's got no pitches. I appreciate that, Jesta. It means a lot. Like that slider is gonna sit in the middle of the zone sometime, and it's gonna get crushed. Every time we get, it's like they just relax. Stop relaxing. All right. Get someone in. How you spell Isaiah? Throw in. You guys are watching me live tweet. Okay. Here we go, chat. Here comes stress Corbin. I don't like stress Corbin. I would rather they just roll through an inning. Put Joely in. Might be our only chance. It's easy to hit. Yeah. I mean, you got. Oh my God, Jackson Holiday's gonna rip one. Oh no. He's gonna absolutely torch one. Joely's our only hope, Pac-Man. What are you talking about? It's Joely or nothing. Tom, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good to claps to the chat for Circle Track, please. Thank you for becoming a member. Now you got access to the members only live stream, Tom. Appreciate it. Thank you. They just made this a game so fast. Every live stream for like a year now. It's all right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. That a baby, Reyes. That hurt. Please, just one more out. Please. No, I'm glad I could be entertaining, Jackson. Yeah, it probably just stung. Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This defense, man. Oh, my God. Three bobbles in one inning. Yep. Yeah, we need to get out of here. If I have to go to baseball tryouts tomorrow with an L, I was Romy on defense. Shortstop at the major league level, he doesn't have any errors. It's a 0 defensive run save, so he's average. Minor league level in I think it was 39 games, he had 9 errors. It's not great at the minor league level. So I don't know if he turns it on at the major league level or what, but I'm nervous about it. I mean, the defense was bad in that inning. I don't think it was the reason they scored a lot of runs. I think Isaiah Campbell just didn't have it tonight. You know what's interesting is it feels like recently a lot of pitchers just don't have it. If they're throwing off speed pitches, like we even saw it in the Angels series, there were a lot of Angels hitting Red Sox. I wonder if there's something different with the baseballs this year. Genuinely, like doesn't it kind of feel like there's just not a lot of control or command over pitches lately? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it and the Red Sox are just throwing goofballs out there. I don't know. There's no way this guy's back in the game, right? We throw less fastballs now? Yeah, that might be the reason. Mike Bauman. Opponent average 308. Okay. Yeah, they do, Jackson. Oh, here comes Willie Abreu. Who's he hitting for? Oh, he's hitting for Pablo? What's up, Bobby? All right, come on. Let's get one run back. Oh, yeah, it is 5-3. Okay. Let's get one run back. 96. I don't know. I feel like there are going to be a lot of strikeouts here. Give me a Massa bomb. Does this mean Rafael is going to second? No, I would be pretty surprised if Rafael is going. Oh, actually, yeah, I would guess. I would guess Pablo's fine. I think they're just platooning him. I would honestly guess that. Oh, I forgot to tweet this thing out. Oops. Yeah, I would guess Rafael's going to shortstop and Romy Gonzalez is going to second base. That'd be my guess. We'll see. Yeah, Jackson's a good point. Man, Abreu's just late on everything. Honestly, he's just late. He looks like he's overpowered by everything. When is Vaughn supposed to come back? He's starting his rehab next week. I would guess probably that 22nd, the week of the 22nd would be my guess. Rob Refsnyder's on his way back. He should be back. I would guess Rob Refsnyder's back within the next week or so. He's not going to need a ton of time. That would be crazy. Imagine you just a flash the Bobbleton Red Sox. Look at that. He's just behind. He's just behind. I don't know if the problem is the philosophy. It's just Campbell. Yeah. No, I don't think that specific situation is, but over the last I would say 4 games even, going all the way back to besides Houck, I think it's interesting that a lot of there was a lot of command issues towards the later half of the games. Garrett Whitlock had command issues. Cutter had command issues. Bale was all right. Bale was okay. But I do, Warrior. I think they go with a 4-person platoon, maybe even 5 with Rafaela, which I think is stupid. They should just do Rafaela full time, but yeah, I think he does. I think he does get some. You'd rather see Reyes at bat than Abreu? They're going to have to utilize. I think Abreu gets sent down when Refsnyder gets back. Yeah, but he got the job done, Dill. I think without the errors, I think he had a really good outing. I think he got really screwed over. Luckily, only one of them was earned, and he brought his ERA down. But man. All right, hey, that one got through. It's another ground ball to first base, but that went through. We'll take that all day. Massa will be with the Sox come after the trade deadline. I think they hold on to him for this year, Christian. Yeah. I think it'll be hard. I think it'd be kind of stupid for them to do that, but I'm surprised they're not pinch hitting McGuire for long. Come on, Wong. Oh, just missed it. Who do I think they move at the deadline? It depends on where they're at. If they are, I would even say like 4 games out. I don't think they full sell. If they're like anything more than 5 games out, I think you see O'Neill possibly traded. Jansen, I think, is traded either way. Martin's a candidate to be traded. Pavetta's a candidate to be traded. I think that's sort of it. O'Neill, Jansen, Pavetta, Martin. Yeah. I would say that, especially I think Jansen's out either way, just because Hendricks is making a lot of progress. He's throwing already. Ugh. Yeah, I think Jansen's probably gone. Sedon's another guy who's really been struggling at the plate. But again, when we talked about him getting added to the roster, there were going to be a lot of up and downs. I don't want to think about selling at the deadline yet. Yeah, I'm trying not to. I mean, you think about it, they're still second in this division right now. We'll just wait. Just wait. Let's see. Do I think O'Neill gets re-signed? I'd honestly, even if he has a banner year, I don't think so, which sucks. but sign O'Neill to be long-term DH with fourth outfielder availability. We also gotta make sure he stays healthy, right? He's spent a lot of time on the IL these last few years. I think we wait a little bit, make sure he's healthy. Next year, yeah, I do, Assassin. I think we see Anthony next year. Oh, Theo Epstein's with him right now. Craig Breslow's on the phone. Ah, come on. Yeah, I just don't think there's any room for him, especially if they hold on to Massa. We'll see. We'll see. I like that Theo's with Craig tonight, though. Breslow be talking trades. Hey, he's on the phone. Irish, don't put that out there. I think the offense checked out for the night. No, I don't. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Signing was a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake, Kyle. I don't think it was a mistake. We'll see, right? Again, we are 12 games into his second year. It's hard for me to sit here and make a declaration on the signing of Masataka Yoshida a year and 12 games into it. It's hard because I think we all sort of assumed. I think we all sort of assumed that he would end up at DH at some point. So you wait, right? Wait and see. Why you sign Masa's a good bat, man. He's a really good bat. You know, it's 12 games, right? If we were in August and I said, "Oh," and this actually happened a couple of times where I would make a video on someone, everyone would be like, "Dude, it's 12 games out of 162." But because it's the only sample size we have right now, that's what people care about. So, yeah, I understand the frustration, but okay, Cedon is at second base, Abreu's in right field, Duran is in center field, O'Neill went to left field. Corbin going to the game yesterday was a mistake. And stop saying, I do love Yoshida. I think he's a good bat. We're 12 games into the season, Griffin. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he's not struggling, but to say he's a mistake 12 games into the season's tough. Let's keep in mind last year was his first year playing here. Yep. Where his schedule traveling was way more harsh. Yep. And again, it's a literal week and a half of games. That's it. We'll see what he looks like. We'll see what he looks like in May, June. You know what I mean? Like if we get to the All-Star break and he's still hitting like this, yeah, it's a big problem. It's the gray-haired assassin, baby. I think he could be an elite contact bat. I think he could. We'll see how he develops. Yeah, exactly, Dylan. Like the defensive moves, Cora's gonna have to get creative this year. So far, that Oakland A's game was incredible. That Oakland A's game was an incredible job by Cora. That one they won in extra innings, that one was beautiful. All right. Martin, I need this. I need a nice Nice inning, please. Please. I need this. What is his ERA this year? It's got to be pretty solid, right? What's his ERA for the last, like, Sedon? Yes, Sedon's at second base. Come on, Chris. 180. Oh, come on. That was a foul ball. Was it not? Sure looked like a foul ball to me. Oh, no, it's not. Get mad, Alex. Get him, Alex. What is this guy doing? What is going on? All right, Night Ash. What are we doing? Bobby Dahlbeck for Luzardo. I love it. Chris. What are we doing? God, what the hell, man? I appreciate that, Jim. Thank you so much. There's no one has command right now. It's crazy. Oh, Cedric Mullins is up. Oh, dude. Not Cedric. Oh, my God. What is going on? What? Oh, now we got Kowser. Well, Oh, QB, happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat for QB? Going to Fenway on Monday? That's awesome. Oh my God. What the? Connor. Absolutely went. Thank you. Get the hell out of this. Oh my God. Please, Chris. Rally hat time. You know what? You know what? Jackson, you're goddamn right. It's rally hat time, baby. Let's get out of this inning, huh? It's rally hat time. Get me out of here. 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 Come on, Chris. Put him away. Oh, I'm stressing. Oh, come on. Hey, happy birthday, Dennis. No. Oh. Rally hat's coming off. Rally hat is coming off. What is it? 7-5. God, I don't even know what to say here. This is miserable, man. It's absolutely miserable. I don't even know if it's the errors. I really don't even know if it's the errors. Braden, Twitter, or you could do Red Seat Radio, all one word, at gmail.com. Who cares who's pitching for Baltimore? Elena, there's no way you predicted the bullpen to be this bad. No way. But the problem is it's not the morale. It's not a morale issue. It really isn't. It's not a morale thing because they came out of the gate hot, right? If it was a morale thing, they would have just given up from the get go. It wasn't the get go that got everything messed up. Like it's not a morale thing. And I don't know if it's the reliance on off-speed pitches that's sort of just not working out. If they don't have it, they just like they mentally have to go to them. I don't know. Like to have your bullpen blow, it's the most surprising part, right? Because you'd expect going into the season that it'd be the rotation, but it's not the rotation. Whenever the other team scores, it feels like you've one blow up inning and that's it. Genuinely, that's what it feels like, right? You've one blow up inning and all of a sudden it's just done. I don't know. Game's not over, but team didn't need a true ace to be competitive. There's very few teams in Major League Baseball who have a true ace. Yeah, 70. It's been the same problem. The Orioles are trash. They're like one of the top 5 teams in baseball. Our rotation's the best part of the team. Like, it's hard to complain about the rotation. It's the best part of the team. 3 years from now, this is my hope. Duran DH. Blaze right field. Devers, Casas, Grissom or York second base. Anthony. Jesus Christ. Anthony, Teal, Rafaela in center or catcher? Center. Spend all money on starters. Oh, yeah. Bottom 7. Sorry. Could be 70. Could be hypothetically possible. 5 innings is enough. Wait a minute. It's just it's tough now. They're throwing harder than they ever have in their life. They're throwing more movement than they ever had in their life. They don't have this. It's the human body in general doesn't have the stamina. No, he didn't. Thank you. Who's up next? I don't even know who's fourth in this lineup. Was it Romy Gonzalez? It is Tristan Casas. Sorry. Casas heating up though. Yeah, I'm sure it'll come soon, Griffin. Just get on base. How about we start with get on base? Just get on base. Keep the line moving. That's what I want. Look at how. Did I do a fantasy team this year? No. Where the hell is the strike zone? Why does Nesson do this? They just randomly get rid of the strike zone. It makes no sense. How's the crowd? What do you mean how's the crowd? Dead? Crowd's dead. Oh, at Fenway? I don't know. It's windy, it's cold, it's rainy. Not great. Play ball with Cutter when we were little kids, and to see these relievers kill his starts drive me insane. Yeah, that's got to be nuts. Casas, it's unfortunate Casas knows the strike zone better than the umps. Honestly. I don't know. Yeah, this is a very 2023 game. Honestly, this is a very 2022 game. Yeah, Costas would. Like the most frustrating part to me about this game is that you do everything right, right? Your starter gives you 5 full innings. Getting hard to watch this team, dude. It's too bad. Here's the other thing I hate about. The way this offseason has went for the Red Sox is we have 2 bad games and everyone's like, this is it. It's over. Getting hard to watch this team. I'm out. Right? It is 2 singular games. I'm not Mark. You just sort of set me off on a tangent here, but it's not really about you in general. It's more about just the overall arching feeling. If you didn't think the Red Sox were going to win, don't watch, right? If there was nothing to watch for, don't watch. But here's my thing, right? You sit here and you say, oh, it's over. And not you, Mark, specifically, but I'm just saying in general, right? The bullpen has been your best part. The bullpen has been the best part of your team so far. The pitching has been the best part of your team so far, right? And it's like you get 2 games in and all of a sudden everyone's like, I knew it. This team's going to be dog water. It's against an actual opponent. It's like, yeah, great. I mean, at least give it a singular month before we start moving on. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. If they come back tonight, it'll be, oh, they got lucky. I mean, is anyone sitting here saying, oh, the Red Sox are going to be better than the Orioles all year? If you were out on this team, do you think they're worse than the Orioles? Because if you're out on this team after 12 games, you're certainly not out of this. You're certainly not out of the Blue Jays. And they're worse than the Red Sox right now. So they're off speed pitches right now. It's absolutely they're off speed pitches. They're just leaving off speed pitches down the I don't know how to say this without saying I swear. Down Broadway. That's what they're doing. They're just leaving them hanging or they're not finding the zone. I don't know what's up. If it's a grip thing with the baseballs, I don't know if it's a philosophy here. They're trying to change grips or what, but Jesus. Stop leaving these goddamn sliders in the middle of the zone. It's crazy. I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated. It's worse. It honestly is like I don't know. It's too early to get into this, but so I'm not going to. But it is unbelievably frustrating, especially after the offseason you had. You sit there and you look at this team in spring training. You're like, all right, I could see the pieces, right? Am I happy with the team? No, I wish a lot of people. I wish a lot of things went differently this offseason, but can I see it working? Yeah, I could see it working. Okay, Jim. Like, even if they get swept this series, people are going to be like, oh, they face the Orioles, and now this is the true Red Sox, and just ignore, right? Just ignore the series win. We're just going to ignore the first, 9 games of the season. See, this is what I'm talking about. Irish comes back and immediately is like, yeah, 1 bad game, 2 bad games, season's over. Even the 28, and I'm not comparing the 20 before we get, oh, you don't even know, blah, blah, blah. Even the 2018 Red Sox got no hit, right? It is absolutely normal for weird stuff to happen during a regular season, and problem is this is becoming a pattern early, and that's the problem. But the good news is it's April 10th. You have plenty of time to fix it and still compete. Like, realistically, right? It's April 10th. You see the patterns and you're like, oh, this could be a problem. The first 3 games were against really bad teams. The Seattle Mariners had 86 wins last year. They are an overall favorite to make the postseason, so that's immediately wrong. The Angels had the exact same record as you and had just beaten up on all the other teams that they had faced, so that's wrong, right? Like, I don't know. Like, the whole, if they had won their first 3 series against good teams, people would be sitting here saying, "Oh, it was luck." And to be honest with you, you're also talking about this being your first game against, if you want to call it a legitimate opponent, fine. I mean, you already split a series where you face the toughest rotation you're going to face the entire year. But if you want to call this the first competition, fine. It's the very first one of the year. Very first. You're going to have, 30 more series against people who are competitive in Major League Baseball? Yeah, starters looked good in this series. The Angels just beat up on another team too. I don't know. Yeah, they just need to bounce back. That's all it is, right? Bullpen help? Nash, come on, man. The bullpen was up until this game in particular the strongest part of this team. What were my expectations going into the year? I thought they were a very outside shot at a playoff team. Competitive in 2024 to the point where we're watching somewhat meaningful games in September, right? Even if they're 4 or 5 games out in September, you know what I mean? And they're on pace for 80, 82. I said somewhere in between. I said they had a really low floor, but a pretty high ceiling. And so I split the middle and said, I think the maximum this team gets is 84 wins. I got torched by that. Someone made a YouTube video reacting to that saying I'm a problem. But you look at this team. If you look at this team, and as Red Sox fans over the last couple of years, we've been conditioned to believe that everything goes wrong because everything has gone wrong over the last couple of years. Whether you talk about the front office, ownership, or the actual team itself has gone wrong. But there are times where things go right. My whole podcast history has been luck. Not right now, Eric. I not right now. Because no, it wasn't. It was a lot of hard work, and it was a great community. None of this was luck. That a baby, Romy. Did he make that catch? Jesus. Can't even catch a break. I genuinely here's the thing. Here's the problem I have with April games and people losing their minds. Red Sox got swept in 4 games by the Pirates last year, and no, the overall season did not go well, but they ended up what, on pace for 84 wins going into September. It meant nothing in the grand scheme of things. What visiting player makes that catch? Apparently Colton Cowser. No, statistically, they are not going to make the playoffs, Andrew. But look, all I said at the beginning of the year was they had an outside shot. That's it. I think the problem is, right, is so many people, like, I think everyone, I don't think there was anyone who expected this team to be really good. So at the first signs of them not being really good, it's like, okay, well, right, the first time you see them do something that makes them look not very good, it's immediately, okay, yep, this is what I expected, they're bad. And I'm not going to sit here and defend anything they're doing. Absolutely not. I'm just saying there is a whole lot of season left. There are a lot of teams right now who don't look very good. There are a lot of teams right now who look very good and who aren't going to be very good. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Mark. It's at an all-time low, and it should be, right? It's not like we have, as fans, have had anything that we can sit here and be like, all right, and now it's go time. We haven't had that. Even in 2021. It wasn't go time. We haven't really had that since 2019. So yeah, it makes sense why everyone's frustrated. It makes sense why the first Can this dude Cowser get out of left field, please? That's now 2. So I don't know. I sit here and why would FSG's not spending on Liverpool either. I talked to a guy who does Liverpool stuff like this for a living, and he's like, yeah, we're not happy with them either. It's not just the Red Sox. Exactly, Ethan. Yes, 100%. The Astros are a perfect example of that. They're now what, in last place? Or no, second to last? No, I think they are in last place. New GM. I don't know how much this is Craig Breslow's fault. I don't know. What is it? Top 9? Yeah, Alec, I get that. I get it. I understand that point. My entire point with this is that do we really think the Blue Jays are going to be this bad all year? Do we really think that the Astros are going to be this bad all year, right? The Red Sox have 2 bad games and everyone's assuming this is what they're going to be for the rest of the year. The rest of the year. This game's really going to sting in the series because it was a phenomenal start. Yeah, it's going to hurt, absolutely, especially when they get diced up by Grayson Rodriguez tomorrow. LeBron James hasn't done anything for the Red Sox. Yeah, it's LeBron's fault. Who would come in and buy us out and be willing to spend money? I don't know. I don't know too many billionaires, to be honest with you, Nash. Wish I did know more billionaires. I say Don JBJ comparison. I think it's a pretty solid one. Yeah, it's all LeBron's fault. I like that idea. Now, Grayson has been really good. Grayson has been really good. Thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate it. Team is trash. It's 2 bad games. Christ. Can we call this team trash when they're in the basement in July? Can we just wait? They will be. Okay, CH. When they're last in July, you can come in and say this team's trash. That's fine. Because they probably, you know what? Chances are they will be. But let's just enjoy April for a second. Let's enjoy the first 12 games of the season before we have a meltdown. What do they have to do to be a contender again? Better defense. That's literally it. You have better defense. Genuinely, you have better defense. You're probably 9-1 coming off of that road trip. You probably win this game. You're probably 10-2. That's not an exaggeration, right? You lose the Mariners walk-off game because of bad defense. You lose the that Angels game because of an error. Story injury will absolutely hurt. What did Wong do the last few innings? I've seen the comments talking bad about him. He had a catcher's interference. He missed a couple of balls. What's the score? Right there. Can we revoke their membership? No. Everyone has a right to their opinion. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't hate a Devers move to DH. I just don't know mentally how good Devers would be at DH, honestly. Like I don't know. I don't know how good he'd be as a DH. We'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll get Kimbrel to blow a save. I don't know. All right, Mark. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I blew up on you. It was just sort of it was an overall arching theme. A solid, yeah. Having a when Trevor Story was playing last year, Rafael Devers was like a middle of the pack third baseman, genuinely. All right, well, we'll see. Can they do something? I appreciate you sticking around, Brandon, but you should get some sleep, man. Devers just being better would help. Yeah, that would absolutely help, wouldn't it? He's battling through that shoulder injury though. Rally hat time. I don't know, Chad. Does this deserve a rally hat? Maybe I was wearing the rally hat wrong. Okay. It's the only chance we have. It's the only chance we have is this rally hat. Yeah, Marcel's in AA. Makes sense, Zach. Everyone is. Rally scrap. Feeling the pain tonight? I'm right there with you, Brandon. Yeah, maybe the rally hat's just offense. You're gonna have to try it out, Ethan. I think you have to. No. Developing Marcel Meyer is much more important than filling the hole at shortstop. I think over the short term. I think that's Nash. I think that's extremely wishful for the expectation for Marcel to be up anytime in 24. They want a fully healthy season. That's what they want. All right, Kimbrel, I need you to repeat like the back half of 2018. That's what I need you to do right now. Appreciate it, CH. Bad ownership culture, not talent. Honestly, Eric, that's a really, really good way to put it. Really, really good way to put that. I really like that. It honestly is. The problem with ownership is they don't see a problem with what they're doing. You know what the problem is too is it's you are spending money, right? You extend Brian Bayo, you extend David Hamilton, or not David Hamilton. Please don't extend David Hamilton. As much as I love you, Mike, please don't extend David Hamilton. You extend, say, Don Rafaela, but so you do understand as an ownership group that you have talent on this roster. The problem is you aren't supplementing it. You're doing nothing to supplement the talent on the roster. The only thing you did was bring in Tyler O'Neill, Greg Weiser, Isaiah Campbell, Justin Slayton, who are all bullpen guys, and Lucas Giolito. That's it. That's you basically, and Von Grissom, who we won't see till later. But that's it, right? And these could be good additions, but these aren't the additions you needed. Liam Hendricks, yeah, but I don't think he has much of an impact in 2020. What are you swinging at, Reese? Christ. $20 super chat from Beantown Brandon. Can we like that message? Can we get some claps in the chat? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. He said, yep, feeling the pain, bro. We just shouldn't freak out after 2 games. I'm just going to chalk this up to our first bad week. I hope we win tomorrow. I like that a lot, Brandon. Thank you so much, man. Your donation means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Helps ease the pain a little bit. Matter of fact, I'll point out some positives too. There we go, CH. What do we got? Starting pitching was decent at least. Casas got a homer. Romy did get a hit. And Tyler's offense makes letting Verdugo go easy. Yeah, it is. It's making me forget all about Verdugo. Oh, there's David Hamilton. Isn't that David Hamilton? Yeah, it is. David Hamilton hits a home run here. Mike, I'll give you $50. Yeah, O'Neal's a ton of fun to watch. I can't believe I'm already fighting for my life in the comment section, and it's the 12th game of the year. It's going to be a long year. Mike, $20. Quit some claps in the chat for Mike. He says, please extend David Hamilton. I will work in a soup kitchen every Saturday for 30 years if Hamilton gets an extension. I'm going to need him, Brandon. I appreciate it. Can we get some claps in the chat for Mike? Always incredible, Mike. You always make me feel better, man. Appreciate it. You guys help me out. O'Neal, if Duran gets on right here, yeah. Oh, dude, I haven't listened to WEI in a long time because of that. My problem with WEI is not that they're negative. It's that, like, even yesterday after the game, they were talking about things and they were getting information wrong. So then people go out there and they assume that information is fact because this is who you know, and it ends up not being right, and then it starts a whole narrative. It would be fitting, Irish. Ordway. There we go, Duran. There it is. Well, I appreciate Brandon. Yeah, tonight did not go well. I appreciate both Brandon and Mike for their $20 donations at the end there. I appreciate it. I'll say this. I think after these 2 losses, there are a couple things the Red Sox are being exposed with right now. And I think 2 of those, I think the biggest 2, in my opinion. Hey, Madden, thank you for being a member. What's my favorite Red Sox memory in my lifetime? Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, the 2021 World Series game, or not World Series, wild card game that I was at might be my favorite Red Sox memory. But here's what I'm going to say. Before we all log off, I'm just going to give you guys this. I think what these 2 games have done is they've exposed the Red Sox a little bit, in that we knew that there were things that were problems with the Red Sox that hadn't really been addressed this offseason, that we knew were going to be issues going into the year. The problem is it's not what we originally expected, right? It's defense. It really is, it's defense. And that's what's being exposed right now. Red Sox have better defense. Red Sox are in a much better position. What I'll also say about these 2 games is that, yes, this was disappointing and frustrating, but it's 2 games out of the first 12. It's 2 games out of the first 12. And once we get towards the end of April and get into May and June, we're going to have a better picture of what this Red Sox team is. For now, These games suck. These games hurt. They don't mean anything. They obviously they mean something. That's the wrong word here. But over the course of an entire season, we could look back on this and be like, yep, this is where we absolutely fell off. Or we could look back at this and say, look at that. We went from this and we turned a corner and this is where we're at now. And that absolutely could be what happens. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks, couple of months. So hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. Hopefully we get somewhere. I appreciate all you guys for sticking around, man. That was a tough game. You guys stood still the entire time, and I thank you so much for being here. I love talking Sox with you guys, even if it's yelling back and forth. One of my favorite parts of sports is arguing with people, so I appreciate it. If you are new here and you haven't considered hitting that subscribe button, we do this once a week. I make videos almost every day about the Red Sox, so maybe you'll enjoy it. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button on this video. Helps it out a ton. Don't forget, we are available on Spotify. I'm not going to put these live streams on Spotify, but everything else. Either way, guys, thank you all for being here so much. Thank you all the new subs, old subs for coming back. I appreciate you all. I will see you all in the Reds.